Hey, how's it going, Cat Army? FSUA Gaming here again, bringing you back a new build called the Karen. This is a pink G&G GR16, and it is completely stock. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of an internal overhaul, just trying to make it a nice semi-auto gun. So let's hear the stock version. So you guys might be wondering why I'm not building the gun inside my little tech studio. That's because it is extremely windy and cold today. We're actually supposed to be seeing snow tomorrow and tonight. So for these reasons, because the garage door is banging against the wall, making a lot of ruckus and noise, I'm actually building it on my table. So yeah, you guys can see a little sneak peek of my room and all the fish tanks in the back. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy the build. So there are some pros and cons of this gearbox. One of the cons, but it's not really, is that the gearbox is obviously not a quick change spring guide, so it makes it a little bit harder to take the gun apart and put it back together. The other thing is that actually that polymer piston actually had a couple of the teeth already fully shaven off. And keep in mind, I just bought this gun yesterday at Code Red, so not the best thing to see when it's a brand new gun. The other issue that I did find is that you see those body pins, they're coated in this pink paint. And actually when I opened up the gearbox, I found a lot of that pink metal shavings inside the gun, which isn't a good thing because when you're shooting it, you can get jammed up in the gears, you can fly it on the air nozzle, possibly damaging your bucking and inner barrel. So I actually decided to just do a good alcohol wipe down on the gun, make sure everything's nice and clean, and so I could just put everything back together without any issues. So you guys might be wondering what I'm doing right here. I was making sure that the piston and the spring guide don't actually butt up against each other when fully compressed, which is a couple issues I did have with this particular piston, but in this case it works perfectly fine. It's a full metal Lonex piston. The other issue I did have is you can see I'm actually using the Maxx cylinder head, but I actually decided to change that back out with the OEM one due to the fact it's although the compression was great, the Maxx piston heads I found out has a high chance of fracturing the front of the gearbox because it's an oval cutout instead of the circular one, so it allows just a little bit of play. The other issue too is I was only getting 238 FPS with 0.25s on the chrono, and after I changed it out, I was pushing about 340 FPS with 0.25 gram BB. So something is going on with that Maxx piston head. Every single time I use it in any gun, I have issues, so I'm just gonna stay clear away from them. I did skip the shimming part of the video because it took me about a good 40 to 45 minutes to shim the gearbox. I used the bevel to pinion gear method. It's one of the best ways to do it. You see a lot of other really popular airsoft technicians doing it that way. Also, just a lot of stores recommend it that way, and so I also like doing that way because you get the most energy transferred from your pinion gear to your bevel gear, and it kind of keeps the momentum. So after you shim the bevel gear to the pinion, you shim the rest of the gears like the spur and the sector to each other gears, and it works out pretty good. You guys can hear the gun at the very end of the video. And right here you guys can see what I did with the original hop-up unit. So I stole the G&G green bucking and nub from the original hop-up system because they're really good, and paired that with the Maxx hop-up unit, the limited edition one, and a brass 363 millimeter 6.03 Type 4 inner barrel, and it shoots really good. And in this little shooting test, we have gusts of 30-mile-per-hour winds up here in Joshua Tree right now, and it is about 32 degrees right now. It's supposed to snow tonight, so it's very cold and very windy, but I'm still kind of trying to display the accuracy on the gun. And yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit of specs on the gun. With the 11.1 LiPo battery, it is pushing 20 rounds per second at 340 FPS using 0.25 gram BBs on my chronograph. Internally in the gearbox, it does have the Airsoft pink non-ported cylinder, the Lonex full metal piston, the Perun V2 hybrid MOSFET, and as well as the ASG 40K motor. And for the hop-up unit area, it's going to be using the Maxx hop-up unit. If you guys are wondering, it is the Chrizmaz edition. It's using the stock G&G green bucking and nub, paired with the 6.03 363 millimeter bronze barrel. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay safe, love you guys, and yeah, catch you later, Cat Army. Peace.